Hello everyone, today I am going to start a series of tutorials on the meshing technique in Revit. This is a proposed stadium design by a firm which I am going to create in Revit for this tutorial. I will also give a demo on how to create the details of a building in the meshing form in the upcoming parts. But one thing I want to mention is that I do not have the detailed drawings and dimensions of this building. So although the end result will have this form, but it will have entirely different proportions, but it does not matter because the main purpose is that you understand the steps by which you can create these forms with details in Revit. And before we start with the tutorial, let me remind you to like and share my videos, leave a comment below and subscribe to my channel. Do not forget to give me your feedback. So now let's start. Open new architectural template file. Move these elevation signs so as to have more space. Then go to Meshing and Site tab, click on In Place Mesh. In the meshing technique, if you want to draw according to the dimensions, for that place reference planes with all the dimensions that you know. For example, that you know that the width is going to be 500 feet. So draw these two reference planes. Then draw this. Then I'm going to draw this reference plane with the different the distance between them as 150 feet. So as you know, all of the dimensions, place reference planes in all of those places. So now we have this rectangle and we know its dimension, and I am going to draw an arc within this rectangular box. So select this reference arc, which is the start and radius arc, and then draw within this rectangular box. So now we know that where we have drawn this arc. So now again I'm going to place some reference planes at both sides. One at this point at a distance of 100 feet from below. After that, again I'm going to select this reference arc, and then I'm going to place this arc here. This is basically I'm drawing the plan of the building. So with the help of the reference planes and the arc, I am going to draw the basic plan. So now you can see with the help of the reference planes, we have created a simple line drawing of the plan. So now I am going to delete these reference planes as I do not need them anymore. Now click on this arc, then click on this dimension sign. So now you have the center point of this arc, which is, then this is the radius of it. So add some reference planes from the center like this. I am adding 3 reference planes here. In this similar manner, add these 3 reference planes for this arc as well in the same exact process. So one by one, assign name to these reference planes. I'm simply going to make them 1, 2, 3, and for the other 2 reference planes, I'm going to name them double 1 and double 2. Now go to the south elevation and add some reference planes here as well as for the height of the building. Go back to level 1 floor plan and draw 3 vertical reference planes like this at these 3 points. Then go to the south elevation and now you can see these 3 reference planes in the elevation phase. So now again we have this rectangle where we are going to draw an arc. Draw one more reference plane like this. Select this reference spline. Make sure the reference plane is set to reference plane 1, then select this spline through points and draw like this. And you can see that how easily it is to draw with the help of the reference planes and how easily we can draw according to the dimensions with the help of the reference planes. In the level 1 floor plan, draw 3 more reference planes at these 3 points. Then go to the south elevation, set the reference plane to 2, draw one more reference plane at this point, adjust its dimensions, and again we have another rectangular box in which we are going to draw this reference spline. Delete these reference planes The reason I am deleting them is that not to get confused. So now add these three reference plane like this in the floor plan. Then go to east elevation to draw on the reference plane 3 as it is not workable in the south and north elevation. So go to east elevation and draw one more reference plane like this. Adjust the dimensions and draw the reference as spline like this. You can adjust these splines whenever you want with the help of these control points. So now I'm adjusting them a little bit so as to keep them in somewhat a similar pattern. In the 3D, select these two splines, then go to level 1 floor plan and simply mirror them from the center. And so now we have a complete set of arcs to create this form. Select all of these splines and then click on create form. And now our basic form has been generated. Even if you want to adjust its shape a little bit, you can do it now as well. For that, go to north elevation and with the help of these control points of the splines, you can adjust the shape. So now I'm going to adjust them like as shown in this video. To create the other form, hide this mesh in the south and east elevation. In the exact same process which I have described, I'm going to draw the shape of this other part of the building. So now the basic shape of the building has been complete. It is now time to add thickness to this mess. For that, go to the level 1 floor plan, set the reference plane to 1, then go back to 3D. Click on this viewer window, click on this icon, then select this spline and copy and paste it. With the help of these control points, adjust its shape. And now you can see another spline has been added in the reference plane 1 above the previous one. You can see that it is a little bit thicker from the center as compared to the start and the end. And so now I am going to repeat this exact process on the reference planes 2, 3, 11 and 22. Now select these 4 splines. Then go to level 1 floor plan and simply mirror them from the center. Now select these splines one by one. Then click on Create Form. Repeat this step on the other side as well. To close the edges, select this spline and then this one, and then click on Create Form. So now it has been closed. Then select this spline and this one. To select one to have one selection instead of multiple one, press tab button on keyboard. Now select all of these forms one by one. Make sure no line or other surface or any other thing is selected. Only forms are selected. Then after you have completed the selection, click on this little button here to add the parameter of material. I am simply going to give it the material of white cladding or paint or anything you want. You can also give it the material of concrete, anything you wish for. So now our basic structure has been completed. In the next part, I will continue from here and we will start adding details on this building. So I hope you like this tutorial. If you have any kind of difficulty or query related to Revit, you can ask me anytime. I will meet you guys in the next video. Till then, goodbye and take care. And most importantly, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.